What's up, vinyl community? Cliff, the vinyl cheapskate here. Time for Friday drinking music. What we're listening to right now, we're listening to Black Uniform Splatterpunks on Acid, that tape I showed last video. Today I'm doing the second half of my January music finds, because it's not just vinyl. I've got some CDs, some cassettes, and a big old stack of vinyls. Like I said, January is a productive month. A little too productive. Wife is yelling at me still, like 10 minutes before this video. I've got some stuff from shops. I've got some stuff that I bought online. I actually have one from the thrift store, which I'll show first. I'll show the thrift store first. There it is. Alright, so I found a stack of CDs at the thrift store, but I didn't keep all of them, and I'm not going to bore you because it was another stack of Rush CDs too, because I keep finding Rush CDs at the thrift store, so I'm just not. I don't feel like showing another Rush thrift store finds. And a couple of them were repeats that I plan on trading into the record store anyway. So, but one that I'm gonna keep that I was pretty excited to find. It's weird to find this kind of stuff at a thrift store. Called the Mastodon, early Mastodon stuff. Yeah. 2-disc set here of early Mastodon stuff. Oh no, actually no, it's not 2 discs of it's the Call of the Mastodon record, which is like I think it's a bunch of their earlier stuff, and then it's a Relapse record comp that came with it. Pretty cool. So yeah, I found that at the thrift store. It was $2. Figured I'd show it in a legit vinyl find video. Usually I do my own budget bin finds, which I am going to do another. I'm going to do a budget finds video as well, besides this vinyl finds or music finds. So yeah, Called the Mastodon, Relapse Records. It's good stuff. So yeah, that was a Goodwill find. The rest of this stuff is not Goodwill finds. I've got stuff I got from General Speech Tom, the guy who runs the General Speech record label / distro. Sold a bunch of his personal stuff, and he asked you to email him. So I emailed him, and he sent me a list, and I actually ended up with some really cool stuff. So some Japanese hardcore, some Finnish hardcore, some classic UK 82 stuff. So I'm going to show that first. So let's make sure I've got everything here, because these are kind of in order, but kind of not. I am missing one. I'm missing one, but I know where it is. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to start with this one. So where'd my brain go? My brain just went blank for a second. Start off with this 7-inch. Picked this up. This was kind of a blind buy, but it's cool, like metallic, crusty, hardcore punk stuff. It's this Deep Throat EP. Just really good, crusty, Japanese hardcore. Good metallic stuff in there. Great stuff. Apparently it's from... I got this little flyer that came in here, and apparently it's from someone's record collection. Bruce Roars? I don't know who that is. But apparently he was a big... but apparently he was a big hardcore punk collector, and this was part of his collection, as indicated by this sleeve with a picture of him on the sticker, which was pretty cool. I don't personally know this guy, but I just want to let them know on the other side that this will be loved and it's not going anywhere. And I will be keeping the, as it says in this note, it says to keep this and the sticker sleeve with it. And I will be doing that because it'll stay on this record, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Deep Throat came with a sticker too. Cool Japanese hardcore punk stuff. We'll rip the Japanese ones first. Next, I got a copy of Gas Tank's Dead Songs. And this is not... I don't think that this is the newest reissue of this. I think this is an older pressing. I think it's from... Yeah, I think it's an 86 on Love Records, which is pretty sweet to get this. It cost me more than the other one, but still, I'm pretty happy to have this in the collection. But yeah, Gas Tank, Dead Songs. So, a nice 80s pressing of that bad boy. Pretty sweet. Also picked up this Gizm singing the Madly Anthem. It's live in Tokyo, 1982 and 83. I'm not sure exactly if that's the name of the record, but it's an anthology of live recordings by Gizm. So, cool stuff. Like Gizm, I'm short on their records because their records have been expensive and not impressing for a very long time. So, I'm excited to have this put into the collection. Came with an insert and stuff. Still yet to listen to this one. This one hasn't reached the turntable yet, but it will shortly. Cool labels on here. Black vinyl, of course. But yeah, live Gizm recording. Got some Swedish hardcore coming up next. Go with both the Scandinavian stuff next. I know you guys are thrilled with watching me put my records away. I don't like this angle. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay, that's better. I don't know why it's bugging me. Skit Kids. I love the Skit Kids. This was the last LP that I needed by Skit Kids. I think I have pretty much all of their stuff. I may be missing LP or two, but this was their first. And look at these guys. They're freaking babies. Look at this guy. He's like 12 years old. I mean, he's probably a teenager, but still. Super young Skit Kids, but what a great record. Great band. This is a little more on the a little less tight put together than their later stuff. Of course, they were young kids, but very punk, great like Swedish style hardcore stuff. Not as much rock and roll in this one as the other ones, but still really good stuff. Shit Fucked by the State, Skit Kids, excellent stuff. I was stoked to get this. I've been looking for it forever, and I haven't really got a chance to do it, to grab it. And I got it at a good price from Tom, and very stoked to have it. I got this is a repress of some sort. It's on PHR Records. So I'm thinking it's some sort of it's a 2012 pressing, I think. So it's before. It's not one of the newer pressings, but it's not an old pressing. But it's been meaning to pick this up forever. Blitz, Voice of a Generation. What an excellent record. This is one that has been not in my collection for way too long. This is probably one of my top 10 punk records of all time, and I have not put it in my collection for some reason. But yeah, just stone cold classic, UK 82, punk rock, oi, whatever. Excellent record. If you don't know this record and you like punk in any shape or form, oi in any shape or form, this is a must. Like I said, I don't know why this has taken so long to get put into my collection, but I'm super happy to have a copy of this finally. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the Scandinavian ones, and I totally forgot about them. I did. This is the one that I put it on my shelf, and I forgot that I put it on my shelf. Ristetet, The Raped Future LP. Classic Ristetet. Don't need to say much about that. Finnish hardcore. One of the flagship Finnish hardcore bands, in my opinion. One of my top favorite Finnish hardcore bands. I love me some Ristetet. And Ristetet, however you correct me sometime, Tommy. Send me how to. You're gonna teach me Finnish one of these days. Anyway, great record. Ristetet. I gotta speed this up because there's a lot of stuff to get through here. Bolt Thrower. Picked up some Bolt Thrower. This is just one that I didn't have, and Bolt Thrower Mercenary. Bolt Thrower does no wrong. I think we all know who Bolt Thrower is. Classic death metal from Britain. Excellent stuff. Love Bolt Thrower. Next up, let's go with some online finds, and then we'll do the shops last. Yeah, I got some online finds, and then the shops will be last. So, found a good deal on. We'll do this one because it's a one-off. Another one I've been looking for a while. If you know me, you know I like black metal quite a bit. I like epic black metal quite a bit, and this fits both those. Storm Keeps. What's it? Guldrum. Just excellent, epic, medieval sounding black metal stuff. Really well done. Picked this up from Nuclear War Now. I've been waiting a long time to get this record because it hasn't been impressive. It's been hard to find. Came with a huge poster because for some reason black metal loves giving you posters. Probably not. I mean, my walls are pretty full. I don't know if I'll hang this up or not. This is cool though. Maybe I will hang it up for this because this artwork is freaking sick. But yeah, just sick medieval black metal. This is from 2020, I think. I don't know, 2020, I think. It's newer stuff. It's one of my favorite newer, not one of my favorite newer, it is one of my favorite newer bands, but they only have 2 albums, so I can't really say how much they're gonna stay one of my favorites. But this is great, and their new one's great too, but this is really good too. Short, sweet, black metal, to the point. Excellent stuff. If you get a chance to hear these guys, just check them out if you like black metal. This is really good stuff. A couple more metal ones from the online finds. This was an eBay deal. It was kind of a one-off. They had these 2 records together, and they were for under $30. It was like $27 or something like that, $27.99, I think. And it's these two Vatsum records. So this one's Vatsum, Patricidal Lust, and Orificial Purge. Vatsum's great death metal, really like nasty sounding, visceral, nasty sounding death metal. Female singer. I actually was gonna see these guys live, but this summer when I went to a death metal festival with my buddy Steve, and I had to leave because it was like just getting so late. I thought it was going to be an earlier show, and I thought that they would get on before I needed to leave, but it was starting to get late, and I work super early. I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning and start work at 5 in the morning. I start work at 5:30 in the morning, so I have to leave my house by 4:30 in the morning. So I stayed as late as I could. I tried to wait to catch at least like a song or two by Vatsum, but it got too late. There's still two more bands, and I was like, man, it's like 7 o'clock, and I have to drive all the way to Baltimore from Philly. So I had to leave, and I missed these guys. So, but still, great band, really excellent death metal stuff. If you like death metal, Jason Skills, if you're watching this and you like, I think you would dig this band a lot. But I got these two for less than $20 a piece, so that's a pretty good deal for Vatsum for some death metal records, especially modern ones. Last but not least, from the online deals, there is a Instagram profile I follow called there's an Instagram profile I follow called The Record Shack, and they had a record pop up on there that I really wanted, and I just kind of filled in the gaps with some other stuff. But the other stuff was really good too. Cosmic Brian knows, Brian over at Cosmic Vinyl. Cosmic Brian knows of this Instagram profile too, I think. They really focus on like prog rock, psych rock, jazz fusion type stuff, like kind of like the more obscure stuff is what they like to focus on, and they have decent prices. They have a pretty good rotating stock of stuff coming in all the time, and it's a pretty curated list. So check that Instagram profile out and check out their website. They're good stuff. I might leave a link to their website in the comments or in the description down below here. But really great stuff. I got some stuff that I got one record that I've really been looking for, one that was a blind buy because it was only $4. And one that was just one that I wanted to hear, and I can't find it really anywhere to listen to online except for YouTube. So, first one I got was this Gentle Giant Octopus. It falls into my weird rock obsession right now. Great prog rock. Gentle Giant is an awesome band. But this is probably my favorite Gentle Giant record, I think. It's my favorite one that I've heard. And the music on here is really good prog rock. It's got a lot of like piano-y parts and stuff like that. It's got a cool weird die cut cover. Awesome artwork. But yeah, glad to put this one in the collection. Gentle Giant Octopus. So that's the first one from Record Shack that I picked up. Like I said, if you're into like weird rock records and like jazz fusion and all that stuff, Record Shack's a good shop. And the guy seems like it's a younger guy, but he seems to have his head on in the right spot with his with record collecting. He's not like one of those dudes that's like overly pretentious about it or anything. He seems like a cool guy. I talked to him a little bit on Instagram. But yeah, Gentle Giant Octopus. Next, it's the one I got for $4. Don Ellis and his Orchestra Autumn. This is actually, I only spent $4 on this, but it's actually a pretty cool record. It's got some weird psyche parts, kind of, and it's just good orchestral jazz. Like, it's interesting. The compositions are fun. It's kind of like upbeat a little bit, but like I said, there's some like weird kind of psyche feeling parts in there too. So it's not like just like a boring orchestra jazz record. This is good. I was surprised how much I liked this. I'm actually probably going to listen to this again tomorrow morning with my coffee because I really enjoyed this one. But yeah, Don Ellis and his Orchestra Autumn. And look at that cover. It's another one with a really cool cover, which is why I bought it, really. I bought it because it had a cool cover. And I thought, well, it's probably pretty cool. And I'm not new to Don Ellis, actually. I actually own another Don Ellis record. I got it from that big free thing that I got over the summertime. But yeah, I'm going to move this along. I still have a good amount of stuff to show. It's not a ton, but there's a decent amount here. I got like 3, 6. I've got like 9 more records to show after this, after the online stuff. So next one was Asherah Temple and Rosie. So this was one that like I said, it's one that I couldn't find on like Spotify or anywhere to listen to. So I just bought the CD. CD was, he was charging $10 for it, or it was like $9 for it. So I just went for it. Asherah Temple and Rosie. This is really good. Kind of like hippie psych stuff on this one. They're considered a krautrock band, of course, but really cool stuff. This needs a little more digestion by me too, because I only listened to it once and I did like it, but it wasn't like, didn't blow my mind at first. So I'm thinking I'm going to listen to it a couple more times and I'll probably get to like it more, because it seems like an interesting thing, but it seems like something that you really have to sit down and listen to get the gist of it. But yeah, Asherah Temple with Rosie. Asherah Temple starring Rosie. But yeah, it's the remastered edition. Show the inside. But yeah, nice Asherah Temple going on there. That's the only rock stuff I picked up, or those two this time around. It's all punk and metal. Oh no, I picked up one more rock record. Never mind. Next up, this is stuff that I picked up actually like Saturday. So that's one of the reasons I'm saving the shop stuff for last. But picked up some good stuff from Tony over at Celebrated Summer Records. Yeah, see, Celebrated Summer Records representing right now. My favorite record shop in Baltimore. But I only picked up 2, mostly because one of them was kind of expensive. But I knew I was going to get a copy of it no matter what. And that's this Gizm. That's the Gizm. This Gizm repress. The Military Affairs LP. I knew I was going to get a copy of this. There was no way around it. It came with the cool like plastic printed plastic sleeve. The inside too is still plastic, so it's all stuck together right now. It's like laminated plastic thing in here. Super stoked to get this. That's why I said, like, labels some weird anatomical anatomy based inner labels there. But yeah, this Gizm record, definitely a big one. It was a big want for me for a long time, and when I heard Relapse was going to repress it, I was pretty stoked about it. Relapse been putting out some cool Japanese hardcore stuff, so I hope they keep doing that, because I'll keep buying it. But this was the one that was a little expensive. I actually had picked out a bunch of other stuff, and then like I was like, you know what, I am gonna get that today. And the other one I picked up was Broken Bones, Time for Anger, Not Justice. And I know this is like I think this was put out in the 2000s sometime. I don't remember exactly when. It's on Dr. Strange Records. But this is like the cool, like, this is like the rarer version that's got screen printed cover on it. I think it's the rarer version. But it's still pretty cheap. But yeah, Broken Bones, Time for Anger, Not Justice. Hell yeah, Broken Bones, can't go wrong. Maybe I can go wrong. I haven't listened to this yet. And I believe it's a 2000s record. But their 80s stuff is so good. I couldn't say no for $10. So some classic bands from Celebrated Summer Records. And last, I went and visited my buddy Andy over at why can't I remember the name of the shop? See, I'm beat from this week. But buddy Andy over at Wax Atlas, I traded him a bunch of the CDs that I found at Goodwill. Not the Rush ones yet. I still have to figure out which. I have doubles of some Rush albums that I need to go through and find out which one I want to keep and which one I want to trade in. So, but I have to. That's going to take some time, and I'll get to it. But I visited Andy. I only bought one record, which I'll show last. I bought some cassettes. And I bought some CDs. Show you guys the cassettes first. I got 18. All this stuff that I got from Andy cost me about $20, $22, but it only actually cost me 13 because I got store credit. So I feel like I'm missing something from this. Oh yeah, there was some budget bin stuff. That's right, which I'll show on a different video. Andy's got a great budget bin at Wax Atlas has got a great budget bin, so I always end up taking home some stuff from the budget bin. But I'm going to show you the tapes I got, and these are all metal tapes. I picked up Death Angels, Frolic Through the Park, some classic thrash metal. It's just like thrash. Some more just like thrash. Suicidal Tendencies, Join the Army, and these, I think these were both $5. Can't go wrong with Suicidal Tendencies of Dark Angel and Malice, License to Kill. Some like speedy metal stuff from the 80s. So yeah, some cool 80s metal. 80s metal tapes. This was $1, been fine, but I don't feel like putting it with my budget. It wasn't $1, but it was $1 in the CD section. So it was a blind buy. Rock, Voices of Omens. This is some like mid 2000s Relapse stuff. It sounds Neurosis not like Neurosis, but like it's inspired by Neurosis, if that makes sense. And it's good. It's like sludgy, kind of like trying to do some like more experimental stuff in there. So it's not like boring 2000s sludgy stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, it sounds kind of like a Relapse record from the early 2000s, like mid 2000s, but really good stuff. I really enjoyed that. I might check out some more of that band stuff just because I picked up that CD for cheap. Another one I picked up was Neil Young's Harvest Moon. I'm a Neil Young dork, and I don't have this one. And the record always seems to be expensive, and I found this was another one that was $1, so I saw Harvest Moon for $1, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. I will pick that up. So, grab Neil Young's Harvest Moon for $1. Harvest Moon is one of my wife's favorite songs ever, too. So that's another reason why I picked that up. I figured it'll be around. I needed to have a copy of it. Last CD, definitely not least. I got the Stand Up and Shout Dio Anthology. Doesn't say Dio anywhere on the front. But this is a sweet double CD set of just everything of, not everything Dio's ever done or anything, but it's a bunch of Dio's best stuff on 2 CDs. It's got Elf stuff, it's got Elf stuff, it's got Rainbow stuff, it's got his Black Sabbath stuff, and it also has it also has some live, it also has some live Dio like concert recordings. It's got like a full CD of like his greatest hits and some live stuff of just the Dio band stuff that Ronnie James Dio did. So just like a bunch of his really great stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a great driving CD. So this is gonna probably live in my car for the next year or two, because anytime that I'm just like, I don't know what I want to listen to, I'm gonna put on Dio, because I fucking love Dio. But yeah, great Dio Anthology. It was $5, and like I said, I had store credit, so there was no way I could say no to that. And the last one in my pile, last one for the January finds, except the budget finds. I'm gonna do the January budget finds, but I'm not gonna do a Friday drinking music of it. And I'll try and make it quick. But got this Countdown to Oblivion. Countdown to Oblivion discography. So this is all their 7 inches on an LP. And truthfully, I'd probably still buy the 7 inches just because I'm a fucking weirdo like that. But I like having, if it's originally on a 7-inch, even if I get a collection that's on LP, I'd still want to get the individual 7 inches. And I don't know why that is. It's just a weird thing. I know I already have the music, but it's just, but yeah, Countdown to Oblivion. Great, just raging, like, kind of power violence-y hardcore, really fast and angry. Just excellent stuff, man. Like, super stoked to have this. Countdown to Oblivion set full length. This was also a $5 record. It's on a Baltimore label, A389 Recordings, which is a Baltimore-based label. So, and they do stuff they have like all kinds of stuff. They have Integrity Records on there and stuff. But check them out if you get a chance. But Countdown to Oblivion, last record in the Friday drinking music. That was kind of a long one, guys. Sorry, but like I said, I got a lot of stuff. I probably could have showed some of that in the last video. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That was my January wrap-up. So, hope y'all enjoyed. Cheers.